Hello, welcome everyone to the Distraction Plays TEW. It is Saturday. I don't know what the actual day is because we're taping this 3 months in advance. But in the game world of TEW, it is the 4th week of June 2020. I am Jeremy Lambert. With me, as always, the leader of the Blue Brand, Joseph Holbert. Joe, we had a very successful week 3 where the stock was way up after my well put together Raw show. You dropped it because you have Yoko in a leather jacket and no one wants to see that. Week 4, I'm counting on you to boost the stock back up here, Joe. You've gotten us sued by Paige as well. Just a mess you have created for us.
Yeah, I think it's become pretty clear that I'm not good at playing the game. And when I say that, I mean it in multiple ways. I mean the game TEW. I mean the game of the politics of the professional wrestling business. Back in my day, Jeremy, someone says something mean about someone and you like the other person more, they're fired. Okay, that's it. I didn't realise there was lawyers involved. I didn't even realise we had contracts, Jeremy. I thought this was all handshakes we were dealing with here. So it's just a different business. It's taken me some time to adjust. I've got big shoes to fill with Bruce. Poor old Bruce, bless. He's moved on now. So here we are. We're getting settled in. The stock, I apologise for, but I'm ready for a fresh week.
You learn nothing from Suburban Commando, where the way is not to fight or beat somebody up or fire somebody. It's to sue them, Joe.
Exactly. I mean, this is the problem with running a modern WWE brand like your Bill Watts, right? You're getting fist fights, you're insulting people. Poor Carmella, she could sue me too, right? I was very mean to Carmella after our pay-per-view extravaganza. So I've got to get better, clearly. My creative is fine. My decor is disgraceful.
We will move on to Raw, everybody. Big show this week, I think. Brock Lesnar will be there. That is one thing I can confirm.
Yes.
We did advertise Brock Lesnar. No incidents. Always a positive sign. All right. Here we go. We're going to start off with Bret Hart. Bret Hart is going to come out. He's going to be like, I know Brock's back there. He took me out. He kicked my hat. Joe, he kicked my hat. Not happy about this.
That's the big sticking point. Yeah. That's the big contention from Bret.
He kicked my hat, and Bret is just, he's like, all right, come on, Brock. What do you got? Brock's not coming out. He's interrupted by AJ Styles and Mr. Perfect. And they're like, you don't need to worry about Brock. Brock's only going to show up 2-3 times a year. Don't worry about him. What you need to worry about is us, the 2 best professional wrestlers on this program. And this kicks off the feud that we're going to settle in 2 weeks in a triple threat match.
I'm glad you said on this program and not on this planet because, man, it would have got out of hand. I'd have been throwing Robert Roodes at you, Dolph Ziggler. It would have been really, really scary.
Yeah, we're not paying attention. See, that's the thing. We're not paying attention to what's going on elsewhere. This is the only thing that matters.
I mean, it's easy for you to say that because I had MLW signs at my event. So I can't even really pretend that's the case. So I literally advertised a much lesser program on my own show. So, yeah, certainly not.
All right, this segment's going like 8 minutes, and I'll make it longer if I feel like I'm rushed for time here. All right, just have too much time left over.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't feel it'll be a rush for time situation, right? This triple threat should be an A, shouldn't it, when it eventually happens?
Oh, yeah, 100%. The problem is, because I have feuds pulled up now. I don't think I've really booked any feuds. Okay, I have Bret and Brock, but see, I'm just going to throw in AJ and Mr. Perfect. All of these work together. I have multiple feuds going on here, Joe. This is what you call layered and just well thought out and planned storytelling. Is where you can intertwine the feuds.
You must be proud of this, right? Would you say you're powerful or just proud?
I got yelled at by Sean on this is months ago by the time people listen to this, but I don't think I've told you this story. But I was plugging stuff and I kept saying, the first thing is when we were talking about Stadium Stampede, I was like, Sean, did you know about Santana and Ortiz? If they wasn't proud, they wouldn't be powerful. And Sean had no idea what I was talking about.
And nor should he. But still, yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah, more evidence that they don't watch the show, which is good because we wouldn't have a show if they watched it. And then at the end, when I was plugging stuff, I was like, follow Joe on Twitter. He's like, you are plugging Joe's Twitter on this show that he's not on. I was like, yes, I am. Because you know why, Sean? We are proud and powerful together. I was like, if I wasn't proud, I wouldn't be powerful. And we're proud and powerful together.
I often look at Santana and Ortiz and think, yeah, they're the Joe and Jeremy of the professional wrestling business. I often think that, they very much resemble us, I think, symbolically and just physically. I think we're very similar.
Those dudes are awesome. I talked to them at StarCast last year, and they were really cool. All right, what are we booking here?
I don't know. I just want to talk proud and powerful a little bit more.
Yeah, can I get them in the brand-to-brand invitational?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
You know, I have to say though, Jim, I'm a little bit disappointed with you because when I picked them as my big pick, I mean, you didn't criticize the pick, but I would have liked you to then drop the StarCast story. I would have liked you to then be like, oh yeah, those guys are great. You didn't. You just was like, yeah, good pick.
Well, I can't give away all my stories just in one booking session. We've done so many of these shows. I have to save some stuff.
True. This is very, very true.
All right.
Now, you remembered this match all on your own. I'm very proud of you because I'd forgotten it.
Toni Storm, Charlotte Flair. I'll give them like 13 minutes. Competitive match. You know what happens when you have a competitive match with Charlotte Flair, Joe? You get over big time. Open match. Toni Storm is now just a complete star coming out of this match. She should be very thankful. This will be our storytelling match, actually. She should be very thankful that Charlotte Flair gave her this much time and opportunity. And yeah, this is a good match, maybe. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked for so many women, right? Yes. Losing to Charlotte has got so many women over. So, I mean, Toni's just the latest in a long line of names.
That's right. I have absolutely nothing for Charlotte Flair for this pay-per-view. Absolutely nothing. I'm focused on this Boston Hug Kabuki Warriors Britt Baker story that's leading. Like, I had that all planned out through SummerSlam, and then I had nothing for Charlotte, the actual queen.
Man, I am looking. I mean, we discussed this before, but I'm looking at your division now like this. The heel lineup is
there's a lot. No baby faces. Candice is literally my only baby face.
We really should try to consider a trade.
Either a trade or I just gotta turn some people. Like,
yeah, no, 100%. But what I'm saying is, I have the legit opposite problem. I think we've discussed this, so I don't want to repeat your feelings, but I have too many baby faces. Okay. Well, I might not anymore, but I did anyway.
We will talk about potential trades. I'm gonna just turn. Like, I think I'm gonna turn just Asuka and Kairi babyface.
Okay.
Because
that makes sense. I mean, they kind of are now in real life, right?
Yeah. I'm just gonna turn them face. They're very upset at it's gonna yell at me that, like, you've done too many turns.
That was my concern for you, but this one's kind of unavoidable, isn't it, really?
I don't really care. Like, if the game, like, the only bad part is they're gonna be upset over the thing. We'll hold off. Yes. We'll do the turn at the pay-per-view. It's not a nothing turn, but it's not much of a turn. It's just like whatever's gonna happen at the pay-per-view, and then they're just babyface. They'll console Candice LeRae,
who's still devastated.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and do the so the Boston Hug. They're bragging that they won last week. Bayley is like, yeah, I hit the Bayley to belly on Asuka. We're done with them. We're through. That's not the actual case, but that's what she's gonna say. And then here comes Britt Baker, and Britt Baker is just gonna be like, this is not role model talk. We're doing the role model versus role model feud, Joe, here.
Oh, great.
Britt Baker is like, you guys claim to be, this is not how you are a role model. You're a role model by actually working. You claim to have a rap career. We're shooting as well. You claim to have a rap career. Where's your album? To Bayley, you claim to be an aunt. I don't know if Bayley does anything outside of wrestling. You claim to be Aunt Pam. Let's see the proof. Have you ever babysat kids? That's a line she says. Have you ever babysat kids? And then she has her doctorate degree with her. She says, "This is my degree. I went to dental school. I actually did all of this. That's why I'm a role model." This is a big promo, Joe.
Do they get any rebuttal, or do they just stand there?
No, they just stand there. They make faces, layers, faces.
Okay, I mean, this is a feud that I have very little interest in, but knowing you're booking it makes me a lot more excited for it, because I sense it's going to end very badly for my boss and hug friends.
No, they don't get a rebuttal because Britt Baker just drops the mic and walks away. She does not have time to listen to a rebuttal from these two.
I thought you was going to say Britt Baker just drops them both. I was like, that's tremendous. I love it.
Sasha and Bayley brag Baker role model. That's what we're calling this segment.
I mean, yep, that covers it.
Yeah, it's going to knock me because Britt Baker's not suited for the gimmick. Shut up. And it'll knock me for some other stuff, I'm sure, as well. But it'll get over it. This is gonna be a good segment. This is a B- segment written all over it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be something. It really will.
All right, we've got the Fiend. He was at NXT. I guess Bray Wyatt. He's not the Fiend. He was at NXT last week. This week we're getting close to his big showdown with Triple H. So this week he is back at NXT, Joe. He's back at NXT. He's wandering around. He's at the Performance Center. He's explored. This is a big Performance Center. I don't know if you saw that masterpiece between Edge and Randy Orton at WrestleMania. Maybe the second greatest wrestling match of all time to Edge and Randy Orton at Backlash. But it's a big Performance Center. So he's back. He's still exploring the Performance Center. He runs into Triple H. And Triple H is like, "What are you doing here, man? Like, what's going on?" And that's pretty much the whole segment.
It ends there. Does it look like a to be continued thing at the bottom of the screen?
Yeah. It's to be continued because I think my pay-per-view, I still have 2 weeks before this pay-per-view. So they're going to set up the match. Maybe they'll set it up next week. But it is a to be continued. This is a cinematic long-term story here. 6 minutes. That's the Bray Wyatt sweet spot. We know what Bray Wyatt delivers. So if this is not an A segment, Joe, we know who to blame.
Well, I'm interested because Stephanie and Shane were terrible for me. They really were. So maybe it's just them two. I was wondering if all of the kind of, the authority... oh, my God.
Oh, shoot.
That's bad. That's very, very bad.
He's not going to get squashed by Aleister Black. He's going to block it with creative control.
No yob. That's what he's going to say. No yob.
Oh, that's going to ruin so much.
Yeah, that's not ideal when your whole bit has just been spoiled.
Yeah. I might go into the in-game editor and just take away his creative control.
That's fine. I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's a new era after all, right? Who has to do what he has to do.
All right, so that's the bit there. A lot of segments. Look at this strong segmented show. We'll go ahead and book our main event. Very good main event here. Daniel Bryan against Sheamus. Sheamus coming off of his big win against Aleister Black. That shouldn't have happened, but what can you do? Make sure this is where I want to go. You know what? Let's actually go Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, just because I think this would be a fun match, and Cesaro's losing regardless. Daniel Bryan and Cesaro.
You can't argue with that, can you?
No. Daniel Bryan and Cesaro, 17 minutes. Open match. Make sure both guys. This is steal the show. I'm a little bit worried that they gas out, but they should have good stamina ratings, I would imagine.
Yes.
All right. This is the main event of the evening here. After the match, Brock Lesnar comes out. He kicks Daniel Bryan's hat, gives him the F5, kicks his hat, and then Brock. Paul Heyman gets up from the table again, and he's like, "We'll see you at King of Kings." So the match is set.
I mean, look, I'm all in on all this. The match is going to be great. Brock kicking hats and all that. It's good fun. I feel a little bit for Bryan because I feel like he's just like a roadblock end of the line on the way to the Hitman. But I accept it as being a chance to see a great match, and that's fine with me, Jeremy. I'm on board with this.
You think this all could be a decoy, Joe? Paul Heyman can just be an announcer or whatever. It's fine.
Okay.
There we go. Broadcast files Brian. All right, we're good there. All right, now I got to figure out the rest of the show.
Yep, common theme, Brett. It's both of us. Now I'm going to figure out the rest of the show.
I mean, you usually only have like 30 minutes left, and you've hit all your major points. Like, I know the stuff I'm doing. The problem is like the time to fill like 7 weeks before a pay-per-view and stuff. Yeah. It gets so repetitive with some of this stuff.
It does. It's not easy. The long build is not easy. I must say.
All right. We're into tag team title match. New Day. I don't remember which segment of New Day are the champions. Hopefully it tells me. There we go. Xavier and Big E. They are the champions here. They're gonna beat. I didn't like call people up. It just needs to be like
New Era.
No, I don't want to keep beating New Era. That's the thing. I'm just gonna call people up. See, you were smart in that you actually drafted people that you want to beat and stuff.
Yes.
Like, I drafted Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman with my final pick, so I could have them lose down. Like, I can turn them into those people, but I can't do that immediately. I've got to put guys over them who I want to put over them first.
Your approach is a lot better for the game because you can, like, Seth Rollins can steal like good promos, good matches, even though you have nothing for him. I literally just pick people that I like to the absolute end, right? I was not even going to take any of those people. I think you did the right thing taking them at the end there, but I was, my last pick I think was Wesley Blake. So that should tell you where my mind was at.
Yeah, I took him because I had ideas. Like, I'm using Seth Rollins to get Walter over. Like, that's his whole purpose. Yeah. I'm using Braun to get Nakamura over. Like, I have a purpose for these guys. And then they will just be, like, there will be a point pretty much after SummerSlam when I get done using them to get certain guys over where I just, like, throw them in a tag team and they can just lose to New Day randomly. But for right now, because they're in actual feuds, I don't just want them losing random tag team matches.
I mean, the perfect comparison is that I had to do that with Randy and Joe, the guys that I actually, like, I enjoy and want to do stuff with. So what you did was smart, definitely.
Okay. So they do, this can be storytelling because Heavy Machinery and New Day would certainly be a story. Keeping our theme of just burying NXT talent. Oh, I booked the Raw Women's title to be on the line. That doesn't seem
That's
right.
not good. Another hashtag just started.
Okay. We're going to do that.
Any update on the drug group in it this week, Jeremy?
Oh, we are. We're getting there.
Okay.
But first, we're going to have the Brain Busters. They've attacked Kofi. They're kind of doing this like during the match. Like right at the end of the match. They just assault Kofi real quickly and then it just turns into a thing. They back away as Big E and Xavier rescue their friend after they win the match.
Okay, that worked. I mean, you're really... What I like about your booking, or dislike, I'm not sure yet, you refuse to give these matches away, don't you? You don't like...
Oh, no.
Like, you don't do any like, okay, we'll get a TV main event out of them and run it back on the pay-per-view. You want their $10, don't you? You're desperate for it.
Look, I'm not giving away. I gave that whole tournament to crown a new champion when I gave away Brian.
Nuts,
yeah, I think I gave away like Brian and Perfect, Brett and somebody else. Like I was giving away top matches then.
True.
These pay-per-view matches, you got to buy the actual pay-per-view.
Yes. No, I'm with it. Look, I think we're too used to, and I do it all the time. I'm about to do it a ton in the coming weeks, but we are too used to just watching pay-per-view matches on TV. I think it can be done if you avoid doing a finish, but then that upsets people even more, doesn't it? So I guess who knows what the way to do it is.
Yeah, I want to do finishes in most matches as well. Yeah. Like one thing I'll end up doing is I will do the multi-man tag stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like you're doing it this week. With two of your feuds, like I will end up doing that probably next week. But yeah, I don't want to give away like the actual pay-per-view match on free TV.
You know, I haven't really had a feud to do it yet, but this is just an actual wrestling take. If you like this idea, tweet me about it, and I'll have no idea what you're talking about because this is months old. But I feel like when they do the cross feud multi-man thing, they should do it more with the mixed tag deal. I think it would be tremendous fun. I remember they did it a couple of times with Charlotte and Bailey, I think maybe, or so I'm not sure. But that's fun, putting the top female program with the top male one. I don't know. I don't know if that helps you any in this case, but I think they should do it more.
Aleister Black has got to actually get his win against Sheamus. I agree with you on the cross interpromotion stuff.
Yeah.
Because I'm running the AEW game in TEW 20, and like I'll do that. Like I have a Riho and Nyla Rose feud, very groundbreaking, I know, and I'll do like Kenny Omega and Riho against like Chris Jericho and Nyla Rose.
Yeah, I think it's good if you establish that some of these people have friends, and enemies, and allies beyond just who they're fighting at that very, very moment.
All right, there. Aleister Black actually wins this week.
Wow, 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, the last match went like 10 minutes and Sheamus won, so I've got to establish that like Aleister Black can beat this man quickly if he wants to.
I love the idea that you're so invested in your own program now that you think anyone in the audience is doing that. Someone in the audience should turn around 5 minutes. This really got his number. I'm telling you, that proves it. There's arguments going around the world in television sets. Like, that proves it. I told you Aleister Black could beat him. I told you.
The worst part about this is like I'm building Aleister Black, one because Triple H tried to fight him in the backstage segment, so I'm building him to beat Triple H, and he's just going to use his creative control and not allow me to do it, and that's why I'm going to edit his creative control anyway.
That is peak Triple H. That really is. I
mean, like, I'm going to actually test this out. Like, if I book, because this will let me know if I need to edit this or not. Like, if I book Aleister Black and Triple H, I don't even know I can book him. Oh, I gotta set him. I'll do it next week if I remember.
You could book The Undertaker though, which is a fault in itself. Just book Taker on a Raw.
Why can't I book Triple H? Is he? Oh, because he's an authority figure. Okay.
Of course.
We're just testing this. For people watching, they're like, this is pointless, but we have to run these tests, folks.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's nice Triple H gets to be a main eventer again for one day anyway, you know?
All right, and if I put Aleister Black...
I love that you think this is a test when we both know what's about to happen.
Yeah, I know.
We are so certain of what's going to happen here. I'll be stunned.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, use his creative control, of course.
All right, well, that figures. Yeah, we're editing that to where he has no creative control.
Yes. He deserves to go out in that fashion, I think. I'm with Jeremy on this.
Oh, I can change it? What? That's weird. Whatever.
You can't change it back?
No, for some reason it won't let me change it in the PM, even though I just changed it to main eventer. Whatever. All right, where were we on the actual booking of this show?
You said you had plans for the drug guys.
I do. I got to get Walter Squash out there right fast.
Who was it? Otis.
Yeah, but I'm beating Otis as part of...
Yeah.
Shelton Benjamin. He can face Shelton Benjamin.
Ain't no stopping him now.
Well,
Jeremy.
He's going to get stopped by Walter.
Poor Shelton doing the old Largo loop at 44 years of age.
You'd think he's Shinsuke Nakamura the way they treat him.
Shinsuke's a big deal now, man. He's getting a big red hot, the classic babyface where he's the non-American in a patriotism angle. Classic, baby. That's proof that you really are booking for the empty arena.
Yeah. All right. Seth Rollins and his one glove got to be on commentary to increase that feud. Okay. Did I have that domination? Okay. All right. All right. So the update on the drug mules here. Jeff's drug mules. So they're still talking with Jeff. This is a slow build, by the way. This is a very slow build. So Jeff is still a little bit down after the loss. He's still lost, Joe. Still lost. Gable and Ali, they're talking to him. They're like, all right, here we go. Next week we got it. Us three against New Era. So that's what gets set up. We'll even have New Era come in, and they'll be like, Jeff, they're just berating Jeff. Jeff is like, you are lost. Like, you just need to get out of here. Like, go away. No one wants to see you anymore. And then this sets up the 6-man tag for next week.
Wow. I mean, it really is going to be a long angle. This. I'm fascinated as to how you're going to get to where you're getting to. But for now, they're just friends, and that's good for everyone.
They're worried about Jeff. He keeps losing.
Aren't we all?
And they're just worried about him.
Yeah. I mean, for both of our sakes, let's hope that Jeff is still in his one last good run at this time when this airs, and not kind of in some terrible... I mean, I hope nothing bad has happened.
Yeah.
We like Jeff here, don't we? We never talk about him on Distraction, though. Ever talk about Jeff Hardy. Which probably won't change, but nonetheless, we do like the man.
I don't really need Murphy, and these guys can just be entertainment. Sure.
Two very entertaining fellas.
Because they're just kind of in the background. They're not... Sami Zayn is doing the
talking.
talking.
Fish can actually talk. I don't know. I mean, the game may totally disagree.
The game probably ain't rating him very well.
Yeah, maybe that's a me thing. I'm not sure. Oh, man. This is a bold move.
Look, Chad Gable doesn't want to be scripted, so everybody is unscripted now.
I wonder what it is that makes that the case in the games. I mean, I don't know what his promo status is. That just seems such an odd name of all the names, right? Chad Gable.
Yeah. All right. We got to do Nakamura and Braun Strowman, something with them. So what we're gonna do? Here's what we're gonna do. Who do we have that Braun can beat? Probably got to call somebody up. Nah, he can beat somebody. Braun's gonna beat the Big Show. They're both baby faces. Doesn't really matter. Braun's going to beat the Big Show. Okay?
I thought we'd turn Braun.
I don't think I pulled the trigger on the turn yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Braun Strowman, he's going to beat the Big Show. I think I was doing that for the... I might as well just do it now, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do it now. So he's going to beat the Big Show in like 4 minutes, whatever.
I mean, what is Braun's gear at this point? I mean, we've established he may start coming out to Real American.
He's got a hat.
Now that he's a heel, I'm sure he's got a hat. I thought we would.
I don't know what his gear is. I have no. It's red, white, and blue. He's wearing it's Lex Luger. It's Lex Luger on the USSR Intrepid. He's got the red, white, and blue Zubaz, the white shirt, and he comes out to Real American.
Yeah, and he's definitely going to get booed. Definitely going to get booed by the highbrow WWE audience.
But the reason is, actually, he wears a suit. He's got his hair slicked back. Maybe it's a hairpiece. I don't know.
Brody Lee, be alert. It's the Brody Lee pitch. Do not go down that road.
All right. This can be there. All right, and then Braun he's after the match. He's given a speech. Everyone's heard this speech a lot over the past couple of months. It's that speech, and he's got the flag. It drops down behind him. He's given the speech about America. We have the best resources. He's given that speech. All right, folks, you understand where it's going here.
So he's more. Because I didn't realise this initially. So he's more JBL than he is...
Yes, than Hulk Hogan.
I don't know. Yeah, I was going to say Hogan. I'm not sure he's the best example.
Well, Hulkamania Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I like JBL, so this is fine with me, but I think everyone else is going to be upset.
Yeah, this is Braun. He's giving this is his official heel turn, this speech. This is where people are like, okay, I see. This is where the layers pay off, Joe. They thought it was Ultimate Babyface USA Braun Strowman. This is the speech that turns it as like, oh, wait a second. You go back and rewatch those old segments, and you see them with completely different eyes, Joe.
Well, in that case, I'm glad that absolutely no one is going to go back and rewatch those segments. But hopefully, you do a video package highlighting all of these incredible details that you dropped in there throughout.
All right, I still have 19 minutes left. We'll do a segment with Two Smokes. They're being Malcolm Bivens is still not happy about where the team. Riddle and Dunn, they had a good performance last week. They still lost. Bivens is like, y'all gotta get it together. It's the same thing, different week, just like Real Raw.
Good pitch, bro. I really like how you sold that. I like this angle. I mean, I think he's been a little bit mean here, though. It took the Super Styles clash. He has high standards for these guys.
Yeah, well, see, Bivens is like, again, you guys had a competitive match, but, you lost. And why did you lose? Like, you keep losing. At the end of the day, you lost. And wins and losses, they matter here on WWE Raw. So that's his whole point. It doesn't matter if it's... Joe, if it's a close game... If you lose on I'm going to be very mean here, Joe. If you lose,
no, don't say Kawhi Leonard, please. I can't.
Okay, I'm not going to be that. That's where I was going. But if you lose on a buzzer beater, it's still a loss. Doesn't matter how close and competitive it is. It's still a loss.
Now, it's very disrespectful because you know full well that we've been holding on to that loss with pride for a year now, holding on. Oh, if only. See, I disagree. I like losing. Sometimes losing's better because you get to live in this fantasy world where you could have won, rather than just watching them lose. Sort of in a sustained fashion. You lose in drama and you hold on to hope. That's my take on it.
That take is wrong.
It is very, very wrong.
Wrong take. All right, Bivens' speech. I still have 14 minutes, and I've booked everyone outside of Finn Balor, and I have no idea what I'm doing with Finn Balor.
By the way, I liked your, wins and losses matter on Raw. Someone must have said to you when you were pitching that, they were like, dude, sometimes you send people out there and let them just decide to finish right in the ring. You're like, so what, man? The business has changed.
They still matter of who wins and loses, but sometimes I just don't care who wins and loses.
It matters to the audience, just not to you, basically, right?
We're just gonna do Finn Balor and Andrade. Actually, you know what? We're gonna do Andrade and Tyler Breeze. Good match. Get Andrade a win. It's fine.
Poor Andrade's not got a lot going on here, has he? He just hasn't. It's a shame.
I like Andrade. It's
difficult.
I might have something for him that everyone's going to yell at me about, but that's okay. Why did I book Finn Balor?
That sounds ominous. Andrade's one of those guys that would really benefit from being like a priority. He's one of those guys that at this point, he's been in the middle for so long, he needs to be in a position where it's like, okay, we have to get him over. Obviously, when you have time machines, he's never going to be that, but I'm talking about in reality here. Yes. Otherwise, he's just going to be this fellow forever.
Look, if I couldn't drop Bret Hart and Mr. Perfect into this universe, Andrade would be higher on my list.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Andrade. All right, I still have 3 minutes. I'm just going to bump some matches, probably. Andrade just beats Tyler Breeze. That's fine. Okay, let's have this just go 2 minutes longer. We'll go 10 minutes on this segment. It's a big segment.
That makes sense anyway.
Yeah, and then we'll do... I was going to do the Wyatt and Triple H, but it's got to be 6 minutes. That's the cap on that match. We'll do Bryan and Cesaro. Give them an extra minute. There we go. Okay. Raw is booked. We're good to go. Here we go. This is a good show. This stock is going to go up, which means
I agree.
It's not going to be as good. The shows that I'm not confident in seem to be very good. A segment, as you would expect from these three men. Joseph, they're going to tear the house down at King of Kings. This is my ultimate troll job, and we've named this pay-per-view after Triple H. He's going to get killed by Aleister Black, and Bret Hart is going to be the star of the show.
Yeah, that's great. I love that. This match should be amazing, obviously. I'm not sure how much Bret would love triple threat stipulation.
He'll get over it.
But he'll get over it because he would love working with both guys. I mean, he did love working with one of these guys, and the other one is AJ Styles, right? So yes. I'm all in on this.
Okay. Great segment to start. B-, that's fine. That's pretty much what I expected from this. Charlotte has now defended the title 3 times. It's going to be tough to make her a 50-time champion if she keeps winning.
I think next year at WrestleMania we should do a cross-brand Charlotte and Alexa 90-minute Iron Man match, Iron Woman match, I should say, because they always outshine their opponents so thoroughly, don't they?
Yes,
Jeremy?
that is very true. That is very true. All right, C+. A little worse than I expected. I blame the game for saying Britt Baker's not suited for this gimmick.
When you said I blame the game, I thought Sasha or Bayley had a new nickname, but nonetheless, here we go. Oh, these two should have great chemistry, by the way, because they really do have tremendous chemistry.
Yeah. Standing triangle choke. Braun Strowman just choked out the Big Show.
Coward. Big Show didn't want to take that power slam. What a coward.
All right, here's the turn. This is a B+. I'm very shocked that this is a B+.
Cut to me saying about how some of your picks allows you to steal good segments.
Yeah.
Looking at this fella here. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I knew this was going to start happening when I keep turning these people.
The thing as well is, he's like, it was always going to happen soon enough because I think we're both under those same rules. So like, it was inevitably going to happen very soon.
Yeah. All right. Okay, B-. That's fine.
Yeah, good match.
C-. That's pretty much what I expected. None of these guys are super over. It'd be entertaining though. All 5 of these guys are entertaining.
Yeah, it's going to take time with Bivens. Just not over this, right? That's going to be the issue.
B-. I don't remember what they got last week. At least the right person won this time.
Yes, that helped.
Okay, C+. That's fine. Chad Gable keeps struggling without a script, and he's the one who keeps wanting to not have the script.
Yeah, that ain't ideal. That doesn't help you much because you're having to unscript about like 8 guys just for the sake of him. So yeah, I get that would be a frustrating element, but nonetheless, I mean, this is a weird segment in many ways, isn't it, for a talking segment? There's many good talkers here. I'm just struggling to kind of envision this one, and that's a feat when we have time machines involved.
C-, whatever. It's a squash. We are getting Walter over. There we go. All right. Triple H pulled his weight in this segment.
Struggled off script.
Well, it's still an A. This is why we're taking away his creative control.
True.
All right, C+. I didn't really expect much of this anyway.
Poor Tucker. Does the game have to put the boots to poor Tucker at this time?
I mean, he's not the NXT champion in this game.
True.
B, that's fine. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
B, this should have been better.
Yeah, it's been hard for us to break that cap a little bit match-wise, right? I think we've got some B+, but
I think the storyline aspect does have to do with it, and I do think like you got to have like 20-minute matches to like not have that play a factor.
Yeah.
I really think like Brock and Bryan and the triple threat match at the pay-per-view.
They should do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then a B+. Okay. All right. This is a B+ show, Joe. Easily. We had 2 A segments, a B+. The match ratings might hurt it a little bit. This is a B+ show.
I agree.
Stock is up once again. Monday Night Raw, another fantastic show where this is what everyone is talking about the next day.
Yeah, all the big development. I can imagine the conversations taking place across the world about Malcolm Bivens and his strict leadership of his little group there. I agree.
People are talking about the Bray Wyatt. They cannot believe we ended on that cliffhanger of Bray Wyatt just wandering around the Performance Center. And then who's there? Papa Paul is there. And he's just like, what are you doing here? And then that's where it ended. Cliffhanger. You got to tune in next week to see what Bray Wyatt was doing at the Performance Center.
I'm hoping that decision is a Matt Riddle contract, not a drug test. Jeremy, is my hope.
I think it'll just be his contract. Oh, incident involving Sanjay Dutt.
Oh, my God.
Oh, we can fire him. We're not tied to him. Sanjay Dutt has been identified as a steroid user by the drug testing policy. That's fine.
I mean, can we give him a raise? He's an agent and he's turning up on the gas. God bless him. I'm all in.
Yeah, we're going to book him now.
Yeah, I think we should give him a push, to be honest with you.
What would you like to do when it comes to this?
I mean, he doesn't even work. I don't know what. I guess Billy Gunn got in trouble for this, didn't he?
Yeah, we'll just suspend him.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll just suspend him.
I like Sanjay. I don't want to, have the guy lose his job.
Yeah, he improved he's happy. Oh, okay, that's we haven't got to that yet. All right, so that's fine.
Yes.
The screen didn't pop up, but it was Sanjay failed the drug test. We suspended him.
Yes, after initial talks of a firing, we quickly, once we saw, Arn Anderson contract.
Gotta re-sign Arn now. Why are all my guys having contracts run out?
Well, I wonder.
Arn wants $20 more.
Wow. That is tremendous.
There you go, Arn. Whatever you want, buddy. Okay. Ratings were good. Drug test, yeah. Do we know Sanjay? Montez, see, Seth Rollins likes Montez Ford. Good, you can lose to him.
Yeah, I was going to say Seth will be losing to Montez Ford. So he clearly hasn't seen the writing on the wall yet, has he? He's still coming to you with this advice like he's a top guy. Bless him.
Okay. Do you see any news that stands out?
It looks like Big Japan has just fired about 10 guys, but other than that, no.
Whatever. NXT UK, Tyler Bate was a big star. That's good. I can't call him over to lose to Walter, unfortunately.
No.
All right.
Almost time for Wednesday Night Wars, Jeremy. Our favourite time of the week, right? That big ratings day.
Cannot wait for that.
Hope nothing catastrophic happens here, as always. After poor Bruce, I'm always in fear of this moment. The loading screens, they can bring terrible results.
It sucks we gotta wait like a month for this page bit. Like, for people watching this, it will legitimately be a month when they find out this page news. We'll hopefully know in like a week, but NXT hit rock bottom. Oh my god. Oh, it's a show. Oh, I was really I really thought that like the bottom had dropped out, they'd gone bankrupt, and I don't know what we would have done, but oh man.
What's wrong with Big E?
Oh, Big E. Oh no.
No.
This is not good at all.
Oh, that's terrible.
This is not good at all.
They should be ashamed of themselves, TEW.
Yeah,
this game should be ashamed of itself.
Yeah. This would never happen in real life.
What happened to Casey Catanzaro?
What number is that?
11.
Oh, 11, okay. She just no-showed rock bottom. She was not happy about how you're booking Ricochet.
Pull her up right now. I'm giving her a push. She no-showed. That is amazing.
I actually love this about her. This is great. What happened at NXT hit rock bottom?
Dude, I've been no-showing NXT for years.
Tucker and R-Truth. See, Tucker's getting some wins back on the
Looking at that card, I'm on her side every time.
This is a terrible card.
It is.
All right then. Who was the star of this show? It's like Occam. Well, you can lose to Walter next week, buddy.
It's always the big men that are losing to Paul Walter, right?
Yeah. All right. Bianca Belair is now ripped. Okay. Robert Stone. Big E and Kofi are no longer friends. I feel like I should go in the in-game editor and edit that as well.
If that's a thing you can edit, I feel that should happen too.
Okay. We're going to do these editings off air after we finish this week. We're going to take away...
Yeah,
we're going to take away Triple H's creative control, and we're going to make Big E and Kofi friends again, because that just doesn't seem right.
There's some friendships that we're willing to sacrifice for the sake of the game, but there's, some have got to be off the table, right? That one's...
I just listened to their podcast today, and it's always amazing.
I've never listened to it in my life. Is this bad on my part, Jeremy?
It's very fun, and I mean, as a news writer, they don't give me like a ton of headlines and stuff. Although I did write about they want flesh-colored gear and they want to flash people, and that's fun.
Oh, wow.
But it's just it's entertaining, and to listen to like their creative process and stuff, because it's kind of on the same wavelength of what we do, where it's just like, yeah, let's throw out this kind of dumb thing and then see if it sticks. And yeah, so I think you should give it
a I've changed my mind. We're not Santana and Ortiz of the podcast anymore. We are the New Day. Even though they have a podcast, we are still we're their equivalent. I'm glad you upped this here a little bit. I like it.
You should listen to their podcast. It's really good.
Okay.
All right, Matt Riddle's re-signing. Good. Very glad AEW didn't come in and want to steal him away from us. What? All right.
Wednesday Night Wars.
Wednesday Night Wars. What happened on Dynamite? Moxley defeated Omega. That's a big match. They just gave that away on free TV. Not me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit concerned by the fact that our developmental territory is below like AEW Dark on the headlines. Seems a little bit. I mean, I saw Ring of Honor was above them too. I'm not sure this is going well for our NXT brand, unfortunately.
I can't imagine anything good. Like, the main event is Tucker and Angelo Dawkins. No offense to either man, but no one's.
Oh man, I respect that women's tag match. They booked a double count out in respect for the business.
Like, look at this show.
Yeah, it's not good.
They've got people, right? Like, we actually gave them some halfway decent people. I mean, not great, but
they're all people that would be like better served as like role players though, and they're leading the team. You know, that's the problem.
Well, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, neither of us have great loyalty to NXT, unfortunately, so we don't really care.
No. All right, Triple H. Oh, well, Triple H is unhappy with the push that he's been given. You are a main eventer, pal. What are you upset about?
He might. I don't know. I don't even know if he's set to be a wrestler at this point.
No, remember because I changed him to check the.
Oh yeah.
Check if he was gonna block that. So, he's gonna be a one-night wrestler for King of Kings. So
he is. And he looks a little bit excited about it. He should be excited. He's about to have his big show. He certainly won't go wrong for him. Right, yes. Jeremy? It won't backfire.
Not at all. Not at all. Okay. We're one day away from Friday Night SmackDown, the show that always drops the stock, but that's okay. It's a good show. The fans are starting to finally come around on it. I think they appreciate the ideas, but they're just not quite sold on the direction.
Yeah, I mean, I have too much faith in some of these people. That's clear. I mean, I give a showcase television match to Rude and Ziggler on like national television, not on a B show. On my actual program, I did that. So I think I'm too generous at times is my problem, Jeremy. Really, I think that's my main issue.
That does sound like an issue that you're having with this. You are booking for you and not always for the game, and I'm trying to find that balance.
I will always book for me because
that's fair.
I am the best. That's why, Jeremy. I am the best. All of this stuff will be good, I promise. The Usos should be main eventing and closing every show with promos. I don't care what TEW tells me. Jeremy, I don't care. Nick Jackson is rising.
Okay. He's the owner of a company, or I guess a co-executive vice president.
He's rising. So is Juice Robinson.
A future superstar. Nick Jackson, I guess he's only 30. Are they really only 30? Jesus.
I think, is he old? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Juice
yes,
Robinson
30, I guess.
Also rising. Well, that's good. Okay. What is New Japan doing? Goto and Jay White. That's a feud. Ibushi and Ishii against Zack Sabre. I'd watch that. I'd watch the hell out of that.
Strange mix, though. Strange mix.
Yeah, I don't care. That's a great pairings. Great wrestlers. Okada. Oh God, that's not what we need again.
No, that's not ideal. I'm a little bit concerned about Gedo after reading some of those. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to reach out to him. We're never going to have an issue in New Japan, by the way.
No.
I'm stopping you if it ever gets there.
No.
We're not doing.
I'm with you.
Okay. Some things must be kept alone, right?
I'd like to actually build a relationship with them so I can trade them like Seth Rollins for Okada. I'm sure they would go for that.
That would be tremendous. You need to do this. Okay, SmackDown. No incidents again.
Yes, that is good. All right, Joe. What do we got?
Yeah. Well, we got a few things. I'm not going to tell you that this show is stacked, but we have some ideas and we'll fill in the rest like always, as is tradition on this program. We are opening with Yokozuna against Ricochet singles match.
Casey Catanzaro should interfere.
Look, Casey is figured in now. I'm telling you now, I have so much respect for her following my lead in no show in NXT.
All right, Yoko and Ricochet.
7 minutes, please. I'm imagining Yoko doing the stagger cell.
Yes,
You know, where
I
he's kind of
100% pictured that.
it's amazing. He's not going to take one bump in the whole match, but he's going to stagger so much. Yeah, that's fine. Just standard match, 7 minutes. That's cool. Yoko over, and that leads us to the follow up segment with the Usos. So Roman is there for that match, but just establish him in this segment, okay? Because it's just there's no need to set him as a manager or any of that. Roman was obviously at ringside, so him and Yoko are in the ring. The Usos come out again, and this time we have like a full on prolonged talking segment. The Usos are on the ramp. Roman and Yoko are in the ring, and they're saying, last week you bowed, this week we're going to settle this. They're going back and forth, they're going back and forth, get locked down. And in the end, Roman and Yoko says, I don't fight blood, but I do fight.
Very scary to try to fight blood.
It does. I do fight for championships. Put those two silver, horrible titles you have in your hands up on the line, and we got a match. And that is next week's main event, I'm pretty sure.
They said put the AEW TNT titles on the line and let's do this thing.
No, because by the time this airs, Jeremy, that title is gorgeous.
Yes.
It's full of gold. It's been completed.
Is Yoko speaking, or is he just menace again?
Mean faces again.
Okay.
And like the Usos are doing a really emotional promo about their past with these guys, and it just cuts to Yoko's eyes, and he's just not selling it all. And he has his leather jacket on, by the way. He's just wrestled, and Roman puts it on for him.
How long is this segment?
8 minutes is fine.
All right.
Okay, I'm going to book the stuff I have as usual, and we'll order all this business later. That is opening though, so that's perfect.
Okay.
Obviously the match and then the promo. Yep. Okay, let's do our tag match now. So I get otherwise Rude and Orton against Lee and Owens. A match that you liked, Jeremy. You was pretty fond of this.
This is the main event, right?
No.
Okay.
AJ. Lee
and
Becky
AJ
Lynch.
and Becky. Yeah.
No hashtags for me, Jeremy. I'm ahead of the curve. And it's because I'm trying to think. Actually, the finish is going to be here for this.
What an amazing tag team Randy Orton and Rick Rude would be.
I mean, if you wanted to have a tag team represent Joe Holbert as a man, what he believes professional wrestling should be, Randy Orton and Rick Rude is probably what you're going to end up with. Okay, this needs some time, right? I know it's just a multi-man tag, but my God. 15 minutes we're going to go here. I know it's steep, but whatever. 4 great wrestlers. And we're going to have Randy over Owens. Not over Owens, sorry, over Lee. With the RKO, obviously. And I don't think you need to do this in the game, but just for the sake of the audience. Rude and Owens, like it's getting heated again. This happened before. They're fighting on the floor as the finish happens. They don't even care about this match anymore. Owens, he just wants some respect. Rude doesn't even really. He just likes making fat jokes, I think, at this point. And he's done with Owens, but Owens isn't done with him, clearly. Okay. We'll book in. I've got another match. Okay, we're going to do Bianca Belair against my friend and yours, Liv Morgan.
Bianca Belair against Liv Morgan?
Remember I told you she was moving to a different role, Jeremy?
Yeah, she's now losing singles matches.
Yep, this is that role we were talking about.
She is going to be so against us in this lawsuit with Paige.
She really is. We're not going to squash her, though. We're going to do a 7-minute match. And Belair's obviously going over. Okay. And then we're going to have a promo. Belair is going to be talking about the fact that, tonight the woman's title was on the line and she's got next. She goes here now. She's the EST and she's interrupted by Rhea Ripley, who's made some references to her in her B+ promos that we can't explain. They go face to face, back and forth. They're a clash personality-wise because, Rhea, she's not here to whine, and she challenges to a match. And Bianca may walk off here, but after the match, or after the segment, it will be announced on TV. The next week, we will get this match, indeed. You don't have to put it as a segment. I'm just explaining how it's kind of set up, okay?
All right.
Okay. I've got one other thing, but just for time, I'll book in the main event first. We're going to go full 20 minutes. AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, Becky over clean in the end. And I'm hoping this hits. This was a B, I think, on pay-per-view. I think I'm right in saying.
I will double check that because I want to know for sure what it's up against.
Yeah. I'm worried a little bit. Maybe her stamina may hurt it, but we'll see, I guess. It's another good showing for AJ, but it's more.
So this got a...
Right.
Yeah, it's got a B on pay-per-view.
B.
Okay.
It'd be great if they could push into that B plus, but I'd happily take a B because I think it could go the opposite way. Okay, we're going to do PNP against a babyface team that I have not yet decided. It could be my friends Oni and Danny again. I'm not sure. What babyface teams have we got here? Hopefully they're not as proud or powerful as the...
Tozawa and Kushida.
We'll do Tozawa and Apollo Crews.
God,
because they are pals, right?
Burying the United States champion. Apollo Crews could legitimately be the United States champion by the time people listen to this.
If so, I'm happy for him. I hope I've been very nice about it on the distraction, but that has no bearing on what I plan to do with the Time Machine roster. This is one of those deals where my intention was just get him a win, but this is a good match. 8 minutes, please. And it's followed by, obviously, Santana and Ortiz over, proud and powerful. And it's followed by a promo in which, they make it clear.
If they weren't proud,
yeah, powerful. Just because that the Usos have gone after the biggest dogs in the yard, so to speak, that doesn't mean they've stopped their pursuit. They got lucky at the pay-per-view, the Usos did, and we'll get them back. But for now, they can play their little family feud on SmackDown. Again, trust me, guys, it would be good. Whether it's good in this, I have no idea. Okay, good. I'm looking at my format here. I think I'm, as usual, look at that. Last week I was done with my plans and we had 29 minutes left. This week it's 31. Okay, I think I want to get Samoa Joe a win though, so we can actually go straight to a match and I'll figure out who he's beating once we get there. I didn't use Joe last week, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he didn't. Joe's a babyface?
Yes.
Okay.
Gentleman Jack. That works. I have people that I forget are on my roster. I must say. Like, you complimented me on the fact I pick guys I can beat. Man, I forget sometimes. 5 minutes. Don't even do domination. Just do a 5-minute match. It could be pretty fun. Gentleman Jack doing some holds and twirling his moustache. Does he even have a moustache anymore?
I have no idea.
We can pretend that we're hiding behind the timeline, but really we're just admitting we don't want to tell everyone. Okay, I need promos. Let's go to analysis screen and figure out what the deal is here. Okay. Oh, Miz and Lashley.
Yes.
I mentioned, right, that we were going to do... What did I say was the last thing we were going to do? Acting class. That was the next one, right? Acting class, Miz and Lashley. Miz initially is showing off. He then gets very, very frustrated when Bobby starts to outperform him. But, they're building chemistry. That's what all this is about. Skits heavy. I think it would be fun. I really do.
These would be great in real life. These would be great. 5 minutes? You want to go longer?
5 minutes is fine. Bobby's so, understated by comparison. Miz is the most over-the-top guy in the whole company, so it would be fun.
Pick a storytelling and a steal the show match right fast.
Steal the show can be... Let's do Yoko and Ricochet for steal the show. I want to see how Yoko does in that setting. Because the idea would be that it's like a wild match because Ricochet's doing all of his cool moves and Yoko's just staggering around the ring. Yoko was amazing at cut-offs. It could be pretty fun. Okay. Storytelling, we will do the Proud and Powerful fellows. Yeah. In fact, for the sake of just thinking about how it would look, even if it takes too much time, then don't bother. But can you put Roman on commentary for that Yoko match, please?
Sure.
Because I'd like the idea of him kind of smashing over the fact that Yoko is the most dominant guy and all that business. Okay, that's better. Okay. I want to do a promo with the Women's Tag Team Champions. The only issue is I have absolutely no idea what they're talking about. So here's where we may have to lean on the World Tour bit that I established. Last week they were in...
Last time, I'm just going to remind you, Joe.
Okay.
Last time you booked the World Tour segment, yes. Bruce passed away.
Okay, well, that means that's all the more reason to do it because Bruce isn't here anymore to suffer, so we can go ahead with it, right? There's two ways to look at that, by the way. It could have been that he got too excited about it. He could have produced the thing. I don't know what happened. There's only so many details. This week they were in Tokyo. They went over Suzuki and Sabre Jr. in the World Tag League. Look, guys, look. I'm getting there, all right? There's a lot of weeks to kill, okay?
Yeah.
Imagine they just had a match on NXT or something. I don't know. Do what you want to do. Imagine this. It'll be funny, I promise. 14 minutes. Okay, take me back to the analysis screen.
14 minutes for that?
No. 14 minutes left, Drew. That's all. That would be great, though. 14 minutes left just on a tour bus.
Yeah.
These titles are great, huh? Yep, sure are. Okay, who have we got left to book, Drew?
You still got Undisputed Era. I guess you're keeping Drew out. You do like a tag team match with Rude and Ziggler against Ray and Cedric. I don't know. Ray and Kushida.
I think I established that Gulak and Kushida, I think, had bad chemistry as a team. But for the sake of what I want to do, I'm going to just ignore it. We're going to do Undisputed Era over Kushida and Drew, who I wish could be a good team because they sound like they could be a good team, right?
Yeah.
But if not, it is what it is, just for the sake of, using a different team. I wish I had more for both those guys, but maybe we'll get there in the end. Also, the Undisputed Era have kind of been... The fact that PMP turned up when they did, kind of, it's difficult. That's fine, ignore it. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's fine. 7 minutes and have Roddy backbreaker one of them. That's a good match in reality, right?
Yes,
that's fun.
That is a very good match.
Right, we're going to close this out of a promo. I'm just looking at what I've got. I'm almost feeling like we need... Here's my deal here, okay? So I want to open with the Uso stuff, but would it make any sense to you if I, before the main event match, did a video package actually explaining why that match is a big deal? Because I don't know... I don't want to force someone on the show. Like, can we do like a video package? Because there's a whole lot of story there. Now, granted, in this universe, I don't know what that story is because Yoko is younger than the Usos. But still, the point stands. There's a lot of layers.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do a video package with Becky and AJ. You want to do a video package with the Usos and stuff? Okay.
Yeah, because that's the main event next week, and that was the opening segment. So I want to kind of hammer home the grand nature of this. I mean, has there ever been a more dominant team on paper than Yoko and Roman Reigns, Jeremy?
The Big Show, I'm sure, is teamed with somebody.
What about Bliss Cross?
They're very dominant in this universe.
Yes, they are. This is true. Okay.
All right, video packages are now, if it's just like recap, we're going to rate them on overness.
That makes sense. That's all fine. Just put that before the main event. Right, let me just check this over. I think we should spread the less interesting matches out a little bit. So if we can put Kushida and Gulak versus Undisputed Era, put that after the Usos promo. So then there's like a little bit of space between the actual good matches, The rest of it is, there's a lot of cold matches here, huh? Tough.
I was going to say when you said spread out the uninteresting matches.
There's a lot of them. Okay, put Keith Lee and Owens, that match, put it 2 spots up, or 3 spots, I guess, because after the Rhea promo. Okay, that would be like the hour point, if not literally, but just imagine. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I mean, the main event is a big match, right?
Yes, the main event is a very big match. All right, Joe, I'm worried you're going to hurt the stock again, but that's okay.
The stock at this point, they trust in my plans, I promise. I'll explain it to them, I've mapped it out to them. This is what I expected, this was fun. Man, Yoko getting hit for psychology is something.
All right, B-. It's all right.
Yeah.
B, it's good.
Program's been pretty good so far.
Yes. It's been a solid program.
Yeah.
B-.
I mean, look, if I can get B- out of a team with no chemistry, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
That was better than last week, right? I think I got B- last week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
C-. Oh, they have no chemistry.
Oh man, that was real bad. Liv got a D-. Yeah.
That lawsuit's going to be killer with her on Paige's side.
This wasn't bad.
No. Okay. This should have been better.
I agree, yeah, and it had the storyline too.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm not sure. Everyone got a good rating individually. I don't know. I guess it's just a tag match, but still, I think me and you are imagining it a certain way that probably the SmackDown audience will be like, oh, whatever.
Randy grabbed the headlock and
Yeah, like who cares?
Okay, they have good
Yeah,
chemistry.
this was definitely intended to be as good as the tag match. Oh wow.
You just keep running this. I think you got to go 6 minutes for the next one. Just let's see what you get out of 6 minutes. 6 minutes is a sweet spot for Bray Wyatt.
True. I'm very encouraged. This is dangerous though, because this could be the ultimate crush. Right? Moving. I may never book them in a match again. This may just be it now for the future. I just pretend they're having matches elsewhere.
All right, C plus.
Are they getting better, PMP? I hope so.
It feels like it. I mean, they both got C plus ratings in this one.
That's pretty good. That's still not bad.
That's not good. That part's not good though.
Yeah, they're not getting better.
Yeah, that part's not good. All right, this video package did really well, though, Joe. Production team, they put together an amazing video package here.
They're good at that stuff, right? I mean, there's so much. You could just show the family tree for as long as you want, really. I don't know. I mean, it's just such a weird match. I feel like it was wasted just like being like, yeah, it's next week, whatever. This is fine. I'm happy with this went well.
All
the
right.
last segment I booked got the highest rating.
Main event.
Yep.
Here we go. All right, another B.
Okay, I'm totally fine with this. I was optimistic part of me was hoping with a little bit extra time, but like Becky's done an amazing job here. If I can get Becky opponents that are on her level, we got some main event matches, pal. This is good.
Stock is down once again, but not quite as bad as last week.
Have either of us lost popularity yet?
No, I don't believe so. I think it's always gotten. I think it's always been popular. Yeah.
I feel like I just get a different range of B every week, like a different layer of B. But you know, it could be worse. And we'll probably find out how worse it could be in a few months, I think.
Robert Gibson, still with like the 1980s picture there.
Wow, that's amazing. I love that because he's still an actual part of the business, so that being his picture is tremendous.
Yeah. He's doing destroyers. Oh, I think it's why can't I think of his partner's name? Ricky Morton. Morton's doing the destroyers.
He is, yeah. Yeah, Robert ain't doing that stuff. He just still does the hot tag.
All right. Let's see what the emails say. Sabatelli. Oh, well, he's free to go to AEW if he wants. It's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Randy Orton. Apollo Crews doesn't get it.
Randy, I've spoken to you about this stuff. You don't need to come to me with this, okay? I hear you talking about it when we're watching the matches. You don't have to come to me after the show and explain it too. It's fine. I know you don't like Apollo Crews. You lost a 7-minute tag match. Leave the man alone.
All right. What news do we have here? Everything seems all right, which is good. No deaths after the Bliss Cross World Tour.
I wonder what you was going to say then. I thought I'd missed a big news bullet, and that was terrifying. Good Lord.
All right, we're almost at the end of the month. We will see if we made any money. It's always good to make money. You know, if we have a profit at the end of the month, the stock
overrated
is...
if you ask me, that making money business. I'm here for the art.
The stock is will be way up if we can turn a profit this month. We got dinged on trying to go after MLW. That backfired. People on Fox did not want to hear about MLW. They like MLW and the re-signing of Jimmy Havoc. We got dinged on Paige threatening a lawsuit, filing a wrongful termination lawsuit against us. These are not good things at all. We could lose a lot of money next month because you've cost us this lawsuit here.
Uh-oh. Hopefully that's Arn Anderson's contract.
Fighter Fest. What happened at Fighter Fest? Let's see. Moxley defeated Pentagon and Pac. That's a fun match.
A. They got an A.
Yeah, it should get an A.
We haven't got many A's.
No. Cody defeated Darby Allin. That only got a B-. I feel like that's a good match.
Yeah. I'm not sure what it is.
Trent being their TNT champion is something. Adam Page and I like Trent, but it's just a weird decision. Adam Page and Kenny Omega defeated the Butcher and the Blade. Okay.
Hang on, Jim Ross is enraged. Look at what Jake Hager's doing here. Jack Evans over Jake. Jim Ross
my God.
lost it on commentary.
Yeah. Jim Ross 100% got up and walked out after this match.
I actually think he punched Tony Schiavone in the face. Excalibur was just so startled at what was going on.
That definitely happened. Yeah.
Yes. I can't. All I'm thinking is now that fault. Jim Ross not even announcing, just standing up and punching Tony in the face.
Decisions. Arn Anderson's re-signing. I guess AEW didn't want him that bad.
Look, man, when we get to the end of this month, it's like a day away, right? We need to celebrate the fact that we've had no drug test values, like of note, you know? It could have gone
Sanjay
so bad.
Dutt failed a drug test. He's on the gas as a road agent.
Yeah, but I was in favour of that. I'm talking about of note. I don't want... There's some guys on my roster I'm very concerned about in that sense.
Sting is back. You realize you have Sting on your roster? Okay.
It's in the formats, pal.
Okay.
Just trust me on this, okay?
That's why SmackDown is hurting. You draft Sting and then you never use them.
Well, I always the way my brain works, I've assumed that we're going to make it a long way into this game, and I'm saving things. But the problem is, if we don't make it a long way, there's a chance we just never see Sting.
It's going to be Survivor Series is when you plan on bringing him in, and we just don't get to Survivor Series.
Look, I'm not that long term. Trust me, it's sooner than you think.
All right, last day of the month. Let's see what happened at the end of June. If we turn a profit, if the stock is up after Joseph kills it every Friday night.
Hopefully nothing terrible happens.
That would not be good. Something terrible happening. Oh, we're going to get half year-end awards. That's something.
Uh-oh.
Here we go. Wrestler of the Year so far, Okada. That seems wrong.
Oh.
Okay. Did you know? Whatever. Company of the Year, New Japan. No.
Oh, Dave.
Son-
Oh, come on. Get out of it.
Sonata and, I guess, Evil.
That's disgraceful.
Match of the Year, Naito and Tanahashi. Oh, it takes a lot of guts to book Naito against Tanahashi.
This is wrong.
It's just all New Japan stuff. Well, we know who's behind these awards. Look at this. This is all nonsense.
This is disgraceful.
All nonsense. All right. Eric Bischoff is retiring.
No, Eric Bischoff. King of Kings, Jeremy.
Bring him in for King of Kings.
Oh, this is it. This is what you do, okay? King of Kings, you announced it all this time ago, but you never made it clear who you were celebrating, and it's actually for Eric Bischoff. He comes out on a throne with his motorbike.
I was actually, when you said it, I would have no problem bringing in Eric Bischoff and doing commentary. Could you imagine Morrow and Heyman and Bischoff on commentary for this show?
Oh, wow. That'd be something. I'm still angry about Evil and Sonata winning Tag Team of the Year. That felt like a direct shot at me.
Impact is going to re-sign Rich Swann. All right. Who's ROH re-signing? Kellyanne. All right. Big. Oh, can we buy them out? They suck anyway. Look, if somebody from IWA Mid-South is watching this and being like, this person said our company sucks. You guys are trying to run shows during this pandemic. It may have already happened, but how do we do this?
Are we just going to buy them out? Is that what you're intending to do?
Yeah, attempt takeover. Yes, we can.
Oh my.
We just want to scalp them. What's the way to do that? Disband? Yeah. We close it, the contracts are canceled, and that's it. Like, we don't want to use them as developmental. We don't want to... Do we want to pillage and just have...
What does that do?
Like, we need... So, pillage, this option, promotions is closed, but we can pick the people we want and basically just send them to NXT.
Who have they got?
Probably nobody. Homicide?
Oh, we're definitely picking up Homicide. Just for the sake of fun.
That's like it. Michael Elgin, Nate Webb.
Mike Tenay.
Okay, we'll take Mike Tenay.
Mike Tenay and Homicide, please.
Yeah, all right. We'll take Mike Tenay and Homicide.
I think we can leave the belts and events, though, don't you? I don't think there's a lot of prestige.
I don't want any of that stuff. I just want Mike Tenay and Homicide, and we're just going to send them to NXT. NXT needs that boost.
Yeah, I mean, Homicide could even do some training for us. That would be a real culture clash, wouldn't it? Terry Taylor in one ring and Homicide in the other.
All right, I think that's. We're gonna pillage it. Yes, we'll pay off the debts, whatever.
That was definitely a worthwhile financial.
Yeah, just to get Homicide and Mike Tenay. Did we make money last month? Oh, we did. We're gonna keep making money. We made 1.2 million. We're fine. Homicide, your position on the roster is NXT. Oh, we can't because he's not under a written contract.
I'm gonna book him on SmackDown next week and see what happens. Okay, be prepared.
Okay.
He's 43 now. My God, I feel old. Wow. Okay.
You should book him with Santana and Ortiz.
You know what? That had not even crossed my mind, which shows you the lack of creativity in my. There's an idea there. Anyway, we'll figure this all out later. Mike Tenay, I have no idea what we're gonna do with, but I just like both men. You know.
Yeah, Mike Tenay, he's on pay per appearance as well, so we can't actually send him to
he should be at King of Kings with Eric Bischoff. Imagine Mike Tenay coming on and being like, Triple H addressing, and he's talking about the 205 Live Cruiserweight division. He's like, I thought it was my job here. I'm the expert on the Cruiserweights. Just all in on 205.
We're just signing Mike Tenay to a written deal to send him to NXT. If you're happy with Homicide, we pillaged him, Joe. We had plans to at least send them on NXT. You can still use them on SmackDown. But I feel it's only fair, if we're going to do this, we may as well just sign them to written contracts.
I mean, if any... Oh, God. He's not opening. Oh, $10. Oh, Homicide's being a pain here. He's asking for no house shows and such.
Yeah. Is it... okay. No, everything. Can we do everything except house shows? All right, there.
Luckily for him, he wasn't expected to be making many of the house show loops.
All right, so we wanted them. It's only fair we give them the written contract. There's plenty of space in NXT, plenty of opportunity. Yep. Papa Paul is back down there, so he'll enjoy it. All right. Anything else we need to do before we wrap up this week?
I think that was a pretty triumphant conclusion from us there. We bought a company out. We got two of my pals in. Okada and New Japan swept up the awards. We was able to forget that with the Homicide and Tenay acquisitions.
Yes. It was only half-year awards. We still have another 6 months to put New Japan, bump them out of the top spot. I don't know if we'll be able to do it.
Something tells me we're not turning it around. Yeah.
But we got 6 months to do it.
Yes.
Look, they're in Japan. In the WWE universe, the stock is up after this month. We made a profit. We bought out IWA Mid-South, got rid of one of those outlaw mud show indie companies that we dislike so much, and the stock is up in the WWE universe. That's what matters.
Yes, that's all that matters to me, which is why I make it go down every single week.
All right, everybody. We will be back next week to kick off the first week of July.